So I always preface what I'm doing by saying that a lot of what I'm doing here is for great-grandkids, great-great-grandkids. Dogs are barking next door, that's okay. And I'm putting this all on YouTube and Facebook. And so I'm sharing it with everybody else who would like to know how I do things. Today, this week coming here is Thanksgiving, a very, very big holiday here in the United States. And a lot of cooking is going to be going on. But the main thing on everybody's table is going to be turkey. And so I have a lot of my toys, a few of my toys here, I should say, for doing turkey in different ways. I have a deep fryer to my far left for deep frying turkey. That uses a lot of oil, about 3/4 of that container with oil, and then you submerge the turkey. And then I have the infrared, which is oilless. You don't put any oil in it. You just you season the turkey well, and then you put it into the basket, and you lower it down, and get the heat all going. Then I have my baby here, which is a smoker. You can put your turkey in here and smoke the turkey 225 degrees, 250 degrees for 9-10 hours. I have another, what do you call it, grill here. This use cold brochettes that you can also, I know that you can grill on it, but you can also bake your turkey. Then I have the average pot that people use to oven bake their turkey in. I'll show you a couple of things with that. And then I have my big boy there, the grill, that again, apart from grilling, you can also use that to bake a turkey. So I'll show you some of the things that I would do. First here, let's go with the grill. If you're going to be grilling the turkey with brochettes or with coal, you can put the turkey here. Get your coals going. And you can have this going, I think, about 12, 13 minutes a pound. So if you have a 12-pound turkey, you're looking at about 144 minutes. A 20-pound turkey times 12 twos are 24, so you're looking at 240 minutes of grilling on this. Let's go to the other grill here. This grill, you can place your turkey here, but then one of the things you want to remember with this gas grill is you want indirect heat on your turkey. You don't want direct heat. So you want indirect heat on the turkey. You can put a pan, aluminum pan at the bottom to collect all of the grease. But indirect heat. So you light this part, this half of it, on the turkey here, and then every now and again you can turn the turkey. And you can have this ready in just about a few hours. Put it on low to medium heat, I would say somewhere in the middle. Alright, and get this heated up nicely. On this one here, which is the smoker, you can take a couple of these trays out and place your turkey in here at about 225 degrees. This is your tray to collect the oils, and you can use this for about 9 hours, going at about 225 degrees. and this would smoke your turkey. This would also smoke things like ribs and what have you. Here, you give this a twist for your chips, and you can put chips inside here, wood chips. I have used the mesquite chips. So you put the mesquite chips inside, and you're able to then insert this. Give it a twist, and now you're smoking your turkey for about 9-10 hours. This is a infrared. This is no oils. So one of the things you would do is just season your turkey well enough with dry seasoning, just dry seasoning, pat it, dry seasoning, or you can create a brine the night before and then pat it dry, and then submerge it in here. Just put it in, just put it in the basket, and then lower it down here. Turn on your igniter, turn on your rotary, and it's on. And this would cook your turkey in about an hour 30 minutes, hour 40 minutes, getting your turkey up to about 165, 175 degrees. Here is the one that a lot of people tend to want to use these days, and this is used with peanut oil. One of the things you want to do with this, you want to heat your oil. Well, the first thing you want to do is to fill this up with water and put your turkey in here. The main thing with filling it up with water is making sure you have a correct measurement of water covering the turkey. Once you see the measurement of water covering the turkey, then you drain it, pat it dry, clean it dry, because oil and water doesn't mix well, especially when it's heated. And now you can fill it up with peanut oil, a 3-5 gallon container of peanut oil. You put it about 3/4, and then you submerge your turkey in here. Once you heat it up, this is used with gas. And your turkey goes over this, and then this you use as a handle to then submerge the turkey. And this can be cooked in about 45 to 50 minutes at about 3 to 5 minutes per pound. So you can have your turkey ready in about 45, 50 minutes. You got to be careful with this. One of the things that you want to do with your deep fryer, especially with the oil, the peanut oil, you want to, this is the thermometer. You want to find a place in your yard that's of dirt. I have room there in my yard where I can clear for dirt away from the house, away from any fence that can catch fire, away from anything that can catch fire. Use long gloves, because it is very, very dangerous. If any of the oil starts spilling, it can catch fire. I have fire extinguishers that I always have at the side of me when I'm using these products. You have to have a fire extinguisher and know how to use it. So, dry seasoning is what you would want to know. You can brine your turkey the night before. This is one of the few times I'll tell you that I sometimes would have the turkey marinating, resting somewhere for a few hours. You thaw it out in your fridge for a few days. You thaw it out for a few days. And then the night before, you create a brine, and creating a brine is easy. You know, you put sugar, you put a few of those pot spoons of sugar to maybe 1 pot spoon of salt, and then you put your cayenne pepper and your paprika and what do you call it, and garlic and any seasoning that you like. Cut up onions, throw it in there. Cut up lemons, lime, throw it in there. What's going to happen is that's going to soak into the meat, and then the following day, which is Thanksgiving Day, you're ready now to cook it. You take it out, you wash it off. Not wash, but you just kind of wipe it off. Wash it off, wipe it off. Wash it off first gently, then pat it. Maybe add a little seasoning to the top, gently, a little olive oil, and then you submerge it very, very slowly into that pot, which is the deep fryer, with your peanut oil. But again, be very careful. It's going to be nice and slow. At 3 to 5 minutes per pound, you're looking at about 45 to 50 minutes. And then you let it sit for about 30 minutes before cooking, and then that becomes nice and juicy. With your infrared cooking, again, it's oilless, so you don't use any oils. I know people have a problem with the peanut oil. They think that the meat is going to be oily. No, the meat is not oily. The skin comes out nice and crispy. It seals in all of the juices, and it's a beautiful, healthy cook with the peanut oil. The infrared fryer uses no oil at all. And again, you use a dry rub, a nice dry rub, get it under the skin. So your fingernails got to be nice and short and clean. Got to be very, very clean with your fingernails, because the nails trap a lot of dirt and all that, all kinds of dirty stuff. The nails trap. If your nails are long, it is very, very hard to get all of that, to get junk from out of there. Yeah, your nails may look nice and pretty. You may have put nail polish on, but your nails, these are traps, all right? So nice short nails when you're preparing food, because you're going to be massaging the turkey, going all under the skin. Your nails are going to be coming in, your nails and flesh is going to be coming in contact with all those places that you are caressing, as we say when we're preparing stuff. And you're putting all of your butter under the skin with all your seasonings, and then you're putting some of that seasoning on top of the skin. And in the cavity, you can put any kind of thing that you want inside of the cavity. But again, get rid of the giblets first. Get rid of all of that stuff that's in there, the neck and the gizzard and all of that stuff. Get rid of that. You can, if you like cooking it, you can cook it too. If it's not something, if it's something you can do without, just do without it. Right? But put it to the side. Take those things out, because those things are wrapped in paper and plastic. You don't want that to be a part of your cooking. Coming back to the smoker. Again, you can set this to about 9 to 10 hours at about 225 degrees. Leave it alone, go about your business. Within maybe 7-8 hours, you can come by, take a little peek, not a big peek now, because you don't want a lot of cool air going in, because cool air going in, every time you open it, brings the temperature back down. You want this at about 225, 250 degrees for about 9-10 hours, okay? Smoking. The wood chips, sometimes, what I do with wood chips is I soak it in wine, red wine or white wine. That gives it added flavor with the mesquite wood that already comes with flavor. And you can go out and buy whatever wood chips you want to. I like the mesquite wood. And you can soak that in red wine or white wine and put it in there. And again, set this to about 9 hours, 225 degrees, and you're good to go. The turkey is going to be done. You take your thermometer, and at about 165 degrees, 175 degrees is when you know your turkey is going to be done. The grilling part again, like I say, like one side of your using your grill as an oven. You can use your grill as an oven. So, and the way to use it as an oven, like I say, is to light one side of it, light half of it, put the turkey on the side that doesn't have any fire lit under it. Okay, put a tray under it to collect the juices. But again, by having the heat on one side, that fills up the entire dome with heat, thus converting it now into an oven. Okay, because it is not getting direct heat; it's getting indirect heat, and again, you can take a peek, but don't take too many of those. Okay, and you can turn your turkey a few times. Oven baking. I kind of, this is something that most people bake in. This is a typical baking pan. You put your turkey in there, and they bake at about 325 degrees for about 4 or 5 hours. What I like to do here is I put onions and beer mixed with some wine at the bottom here, and that sort of acts as a nice steam for the turkey. What I also do with my turkey that's different is I turn my turkey breast down for the first 2 hours. Breast down for the first 2 hours assures me that when the turkey is done, you put it onto the table to rest for 30 minutes, and you cut into it, it's not going to be a dry turkey because the juices are flowing down into the breast for 2 hours. So for the next 2 to 3 hours with the breast up, once you turn it back up, you're now adding color, the crispiness to that turkey. And so when you cut into the turkey, it's nice and juicy because, again, if you leave the turkey breast up for the duration of the time, for the length of time you're baking, all those juices are flowing down into the back of the turkey or down into the pot. You want the juices you want a lot of the juices to remain in the breast, which is what a lot of people like when they start cutting into the turkey. So to accomplish that, you turn the turkey down for about 2 hours, the first 2 hours, and then turn it back up, upright, rest up for the rest of it, and you get a nice juicy turkey. Something I have been doing now for years with my turkey is I take a very long knife, very long, thin knife, and I go as deep into the breast with that knife. I go as deep into the breast as I can. That would allow me to take stalks of carrots. I get the long carrots. Of course, celery comes full length. So I cut lengths that I know where I can insert into each hole that I created into the breast. And I do in and out, in and out, in and out into the breast. And then I fold the skin back over it. Or you can do it through the skin, doesn't matter. The thing is, I'm inserting celery, carrot, celery, carrot, celery, carrot, celery, carrot, sort of in and out. So when the meat is done and you slice each slice of breast, you put it on a plate, it looks pretty because each slice would give you celery, carrot, celery, carrot, celery, carrot. That's what you're going to get. And that's pretty. For presentation, that is very, very pretty. So that's something I do with my turkey. And again, so you can do the brine from the night before. Um, you can put wine in there. And again, if you can't drink the wine, do not use the wine. With pieces of onions, garlic, a tablespoon of paprika, teaspoon of cayenne pepper, teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of whatever the various powder flavors are. You can put in there and to create that brine. Most important is a pot spoon, about 2 pot spoons of brown sugar to one pot spoon leveled of salt, and that creates a nice brine that gets soaked into the meat. Following day, Thanksgiving Day, you take it out of the fridge. You take it out of the fridge, kind of wash it quickly, quick wash, and then you pat it. You pat it nice and dry. You can add your own little powder flavorings again, and that's it. That's it. Then that now can get submerged into your deep fryer or your infrared fryer, or you can put it onto your grill, put a little olive oil over it, or you can put it onto your charcoal, or put it into your smoker for 9 hours, or you can put it in your pan, in your bake pan, inside of your oven, 325 to 350 degrees. I'll say about 325 degrees, and in about 4 to 5 hours, you're pretty much done. But make sure you put the breast down the first 2 hours for those juices to flow. I have a couple products here that you can use also if you wanted to, if you didn't want to do the brine. You can do the syringe. You can take the syringe out of this package, get all the buttery Cajun flavors from out of this, inject it into the turkey in different places. Just keep injecting it in different places, and that would add a nice buttery, nice flavors, Cajun flavors to it. This is a product that I love, and I love it on chicken, but I also love it on turkey, which is the Hossein sauce. You could take a couple bottles of this and just smear it all over your turkey, or smear it all over your chicken, and then put things into the cavity like thyme and basil and all that great stuff. But put your basil and all that great stuff more for the baking part of it. You don't want to put that for your dry seasonings for your deep fryer, your infrared, your smoking. Here would tolerate it. Then maybe, but I don't usually put thyme and thing into the cavity, but I put stuff in the cavity, onions and what have you. This Hossein sauce is a very, very good sauce. You don't have to use anything else. You just take this baby and just smear it all over. And I'm going to tell you, when it's done, when your chicken or your turkey is done, it's like going to any Chinese place to eat, all right, to get those flavors. And so that's basically it, you know. Wear good gloves, do it away from your house, you know. And these things are good too for emergency situations. If there's an earthquake, if your house collapses, and you had to wait 5 days before somebody can rescue you. You know, I have cylinders, gas cylinders, that I can use on any one of these to cook outside. I don't think the house is going to fall all the way here if there's an emergency. So a lot of these things are good for emergency use. Just keep them away from the house so that you have them for those emergencies. All right, so you've seen my collection of toys. I love equipment. I love, you know, if you don't have the right equipment, you don't have the right tools, I don't think the job gets done properly. I love toys. I love these kinds of toys. And And so when I'm ready for taste, grilling, smoking, baking, infrared, deep frying, my taste buds, I know how to get it. All right. So the next thing I would do, my next taping I would do for next week, is job effectiveness skills. I want to share some of that information on how to prepare yourself for jobs, the questions that are asked, and how to respond to those questions, how to dress for those interviews, what to look for. So I'm going to be doing that next week for you. Okay? Bye.